Yes, some of you might probably know the translation. Inna lillah. Indeed, surely we belong to Allah. Why do we say that? The Quran says, الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ. When those people who are afflicted with a calamity, with a difficulty, with a hardship, not just when someone passes away, any musibah, any hardship, they say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. This is in the Quran. So they say, we surely belong to Allah. So when a musibah comes in your life, you think, Inna lillah. You know what? I belong to Allah. Allah is my master. Allah is my owner. He is my creator. This person, family member, my father, my mother passed away. I belong to, forget my father belonging to Allah. I belong to Allah. Forget my mother belonging to Allah. I belong to Allah. This child that's passed away, I didn't have a right to have this child. Allah gave us an amana as a trust. Everything around us is an amana. My family member that's passed away is just an amana. It's like if I gave you somebody my phone, I give you my phone, and then I said, give me my phone back. I can't say, oh, I'm crying, wait, take your phone back. It's your phone. We don't even own our bodies. Forget people, family members around us, even our own selves. I don't own it. We don't own anything. This is why even the wealth that we have, we don't own it. The Quran says, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. Those people who spend in charity in the path of Allah, from the money that we give them, they spend. Like, what big deal have you done? Imagine I give, a brother here, I said, here, $100, give in the masjid charity here. It's like, oh, yeah. We can feel happy. It's like, when you have a small child and you give the child here, you go and give it to the masjid or to the donation or whatever. The child, you're just giving it to him, so that he gets a bit of, practice of giving. That's not his money, the father gave the money. Allah is saying here that when you give in charity, it's like, okay, we'll give you reward for it, but no big deal. We gave you the money, from that you're spending. It's not even your money. Money is not owned by you. Your body is not owned by you. Your eye is not yours. That's why it's haram in Islam to inflict self-harm. Suicide, one of the reasons why suicide is haram, because I don't own my body. If I own my body, then I can just kill myself, who cares? Like, it's my body. But I can't. Self-harm. If I just wanted to self-harm myself, that's haram, it's a massive sin, because my body I don't own. So, inna lillah, going back to these du'as, inna lillahi, we surely belong to Allah. We belong to Him, so He has a right to give us the musibah, to test us. And then, when you realize that, then the musibah also becomes what? Easy to bear. When you have this connection with Allah, love for Allah, when you have this extreme love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, imagine, like there's two people in love, let's say, definitely husband-wife, they're just newly married, husband-wife relationship, and there's romance going on. Even not newly married, even inshallah, when you're old, there's still romance, inshallah. There's actually more romance when you're older in marriage. So, the husband and the wife, now they're messing around, playing around romantically, and the wife pinches the husband like this. It's hurting you, or the husband pinches, pinched, it hurt a bit, but that pain, there is pleasure in it, because you know that this person pinching me is out of love. It's, the person pinching you, if the same pinch was from somebody else, stranger, then it's going to really affect you. But this is someone who loves you, is pinching you. Even that pinch, that pain is in the pleasure is in the pain. When we realize we have this amazing love and connection with Allah, then any musibah that comes as well, it becomes a pleasure. Apparently there's a pain. You will feel the pain. You might feel ill, you will have sickness, but at the back of your mind, this is my Khaliq, this is my Creator, this is my Allah, He is the one who I'm going back to Him. People long to go back to Allah. The connection is so strong that even the musibah becomes bearable. So these terms, like, look, inna lillahi, we belong to Allah, so He has a right to test us. That's why we say this. When there's a musibah, we belong to Allah, He has a right to test us. And then what do we say after that? وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. And we will very soon be returning to Allah. So, this musibah is very, very short. We're just going to return to Allah. It's very, very short. It's like, someone passed away in the family. Okay, they've taken the train, early train. They've taken the 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 p.m. train. I'm taking the 8 p.m. train. So, it's about 5-6 hours. See you in 5-6 hours. That's how it is. You just think, they've gone, I need to go as well. It's like just a very short, temporary, no one's here forever. We will be returning to Allah. So any problem in life is very short. Because the life is very short, we could be going back to Allah. So every single phrase, there is a special meaning behind it. So I was saying, going back to all the thoughts that we have in our brains, that's what I was saying. What does Islam say? First thing you wake up in the morning, I was saying every human being 24/7, they have what? Jungle of thoughts in the brain. Jungle of thoughts. We wake up in the morning, we have, and especially with this mobile phone and smartphones, has made our minds even more. They were already having thoughts in it, but even more it's like wires in it. There's research done on why this depression and anxiety that is caused by smartphones and mobile phones and being in social media. There's proper research done on this, that they've caused a lot of people to be depressed. Mental health issues are because of this. In the olden times, people used to talk and used to have physical, healthy lifestyle. They would go, the brother used to go to somebody's house and they would sit and talk and, have a conversation. Your mind is not like now, the brains of young people. There's like 400 million wires just going everywhere. First thing that you wake up in the morning, last minute people are on the phone. First thing they wake up in the morning, straight on the phone. WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, this. Especially this WhatsApp, this research done on this, not just from Islamic point of view, how WhatsApp is really, it's causing depression in people's life from different angles. Social media, one of the reasons is everyone's looking at everyone's lives. Oh, you ate biryani, what did you eat, and what happened, and who did this, and I went to the toilet at 3 o'clock, and my husband, the whole day the women are talking, oh, my husband did this, and what did your husband do, and then she's thinking, I hope my husband was like this, and no, my husband treats you, she's taken a holiday, and then you come back home, and she's got a face on her, and you don't know what's going on, and she's not telling you, and she's moody because her friend told her husband took her to Dubai or somewhere, and she's not telling you for 3 days, and then she won't tell you, she's just keeping her mind, and she's just got the mood. And it's just conversation. People are comparing their lives to one another, looking at pictures. Why put pictures of yourselves and your children on Facebook? There's no need for all of that. There's no need. There'll be people who will be jealous, they'll be envious. It's just, we should have privacy in our life. So all these things are causing a lot of depression in people's life. Sometimes, and a lot of the time is being wasted. The same message, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. How are you, brother? I'm fine. How are you, sister? I'm fine. What are you doing? Alhamdulillah, good. What happened? They've done message for 3 hours. Okay? Take that WhatsApp script of 3 hours of messages. If you pick up the phone and just do that conversation, finish in 20 minutes. Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. I'm good, alhamdulillah, yeah, what's going on? That same 3 hours of typing conversation, if they picked up the phone and spoke, it would have taken them 20 minutes. The rest of the time has gone wasted. So, we have so many thoughts in our brains. As soon as we wake up, jungle of thoughts. What Zikr? I'm going to Fikr as well. I need to finish because I want to talk about the Fikr part. Zikr is to turn and divert these thoughts towards Islam and Akhirah and Allah. That's why when we wake up first in the morning, Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana. All praise be to Allah. I hope everyone recited this dua. As soon as you wake up, I hope people recited this. All praises for Allah who gave us life after death. What does that mean? I was dead. Me and you, every single one of us, we died. Do you know that? We died. Allahu yatawaffa al-anfus hina mawtiha wallati lam tamut fi manamiha فَيُمْسِكُ الَّتِي قَضَى عَلَيْهَا الْمَوْتِ وَيُرْسِلُ الْأُخْرَى إِلَىٰ أَجَلٍ مُسَمَّى. Allah says in the Quran that Allah takes away the souls when people die, as well as when people sleep, the souls are taken away by Allah. وَالَّتِي لَمْ تَمُتْ فِي مَنَامِهَا, in their sleep. And then what happens? Allah keeps the souls of those who will not be waking up again. فَيُمْسِكُ الَّتِي قَضَى عَلَيْهَا الْمَوْتِ, the ones that He has decreed death, يُمْسِك, He keeps hold of the souls. وَيُرْسِلُ الْأُخْرَى, and the rest, He'll send back the souls and we wake up again. That's why they say sleep is a sister of death. So this is why this dua is saying that when we wake up in the morning, we say all praise for Allah who gave us life, أحيانا بعد ما أماتنا, after He gave us death. Which means that, you know, when someone has a very close, miss with death. You know, sometimes someone, may Allah forbid, but somebody, for example, has a really dangerous illness like cancer. May Allah protect all of us. Ameen, ya Rabbi, anyone who's got a shifa. But what happens? Some people, they think, and at that time, some people make a resolution. They make a resolution oh Allah, please give me cure. I make a firm intention that now, if you give me this shifa, that's it. My whole life now I will spend in your obedience and without disobeying you, Allah. And imagine, they do get shifa. They will really, they've taken that because they were very close to death. Someone has an accident, last minute. Someone's thinking that this is something's happening or this is close to accident. Oh Allah, that's it. I make firm intention, that's it. I'm changing my life forever because you're close to death. This is what we need to do every morning. This dua is saying that every morning you woke up, I was very close to death. Before going to sleep, we should all read the dua and say the shahada as well. We don't know we're going to wake up in the morning. This is why we recite the du'as and whatever's in the sunnah, the mu'awwadatan and qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq and qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. And then also you should say the shahada as well. Man qala la ilaha illallah dakhala al-jannah, before going to sleep, because in the morning who knows who's waking up. So this is the meaning behind this dua. Every dua with thought. So I was saying that we should learn and teach our children as well. When you go into the washroom, the toilet, I just mentioned this and then I go, what do we recite? I'm sure we should know these du'as and we should learn them and memorize them and have the meanings in mind. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal-khaba'ith. What's the translation? Allah protect me from the male and female jinn. Khubuth, plural of male jinn. And khaba'ith, plural of khabitha. So basically, the hadith says, there's another hadith that says that these places, filthy, dirty places, mustahdara, they are attended by jinn and people who don't have good thoughts and good intentions. They live in dirty, filthy places. So before entering, we make this dua. Allah protect me, a'udhu. You take the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we leave, after we finish, we say, ghufranak. Allah forgive me. Now, why are you asking for forgiveness? What did you do in the toilet? Stole someone's money? What sin did you do that you're asking for forgiveness? There's a whole meaning behind it. Why are we asking for forgiveness? There's no time for it. But after that we say, غفرانك الحمد لله الذي أذهب عني الأذى وعافاني. My son, his translation is, I taught him when he was about 4 years old, this translation, and this is still, he's 9 now. He's still carrying on with this translation. I said, you need to do a proper translation. But this, I used to teach him the dua with the translation. Every dua. He wakes up in the morning, Alhamdulillah, Allah, yeah, I'm alive again. I was dead in the night. Yes, I'm alive again. But when he comes out from the toilet, he'll say the dua, and then he will say, oh Allah, thank you, all praise for you. I thank you, Allah, that I went in the toilet and all my tummy, everything's come out. Otherwise, if I didn't go to the toilet and I was not able to go to the toilet, then my daddy would have to take me to hospital and I would have some stomach pains and I could become ill and it would be very, very bad. So thank you Allah that now I'm good, no illness. And that is the meaning of this dua. This is a ni'mah. Being able to go to the toilet is an amazing ni'mah. We take it for granted. Our lives are so fast, we don't realize. Just this thing is taken away from us, our lives are stopped. Even, some people, they have to have a bag. Just imagine how difficult that is. This is an amazing ni'mah. That we wake up in the morning, Allah's machine is at work. And that takes me to Fikr actually. That's what the second part is, Fikr. That thinking about the ni'mah of Allah, about ourselves, about the creation, and every process of our bodies. When we're sleeping, we just go to sleep. We've eaten all the biryani and the kebabs and the fish and the burgers and pizzas and everything, and we've, even the bones and everything we've eaten, and gone to sleep. Right now, whilst we are sleeping, Allah's machine is at work. That food is being digested. Vitamin is being produced. Blood is being produced. Strength is being